Hi, my name is David, and I'm speaking to you on behalf of the TLand project. So we're relatively new, but sort of developed startup project that has already begun some of its work on the Terra blockchain. But with what has been happening sort of on Terra, we decided to sort of move on towards Ethereum and other blockchains, creating a multi-chain sort of experience to really give the wider community what we can offer, not just to, let's say, a single community here. So yeah, what we do as our TLand project is we offer joint ownership, let's say, or communal ownership of specific physical properties, so things that actually exist in the real world, or digital assets, so that may be NFTs or metaverses, and sort of fractionalizing ownership of that to give multiple different users the access to that utility that might not have access to before. So we all know that using real estate to diversify our portfolios is a really smart move for seasoned investors, but not every investor has the possibility to do so. There are a lot of capital entries there, but that's something that we are striving here to break through, to let people have access to things such as real estate without having to really fork out that really high capital to begin with, right? So if you're able to own 10% of a property, that's a bit more affordable. And if you can do it multiple times, let's say we have 10 different properties at 10% each, well then now we really have a diversified portfolio here without really having to buy 10 properties at the same time. So we can even further minimize the risk while sort of making sure we get that stable return over time. So we've really sort of based our project on connecting that real estate market with the decentralized tokenized of property assets, because we see that there is kind of a need for it in the crypto world, right? If we let crypto sort of stay fully digital and almost isolated from the real world, well then lose a lot of its value there. We can't have a lot of the things we might deem necessary for a normal person, right? Everybody needs a home, things like that. And if we don't have access to that, it becomes very difficult to really adopt blockchain to a bigger scale than it is right now, right? And we see it's growing faster and faster than ever. And we need to give people access to something that can actually do with what they have achieved on in the crypto space. So that is why we're sort of helping to create that area where people can buy their own homes, for example, using crypto, invest in homes, properties, or even if we think bigger here, they can invest in hotels or commercial buildings with business partners without having to leave that sort of world of crypto and blockchain world. Everything can be done on chain, and that's really what we're striving for here. So we started off, as I mentioned earlier, a little bit on the Terra blockchain. We were initially going to start on Ethereum. We got invited with really good offers onto the Terra blockchain, and we started that off in around October of 2021. We started selling our first property in December of 2021, which went successfully, and we sold it, and that got purchased within a month or two, if I'm not mistaken, meaning that within that sort of time span, all those investors that wanted to join ownership in that property have become shareholders in that property. So what we're looking at now is with what's happened on Terra, we are moving towards Ethereum to sort of start off our main base of our platform. And with that, we have to start thinking also how can we move things like real estate, because real estate has a lot of, when it comes to the crypto world at least, has a lot of sort of regulations and things that we have to pass through to make sure everything is above board. So that will take a little bit longer. So we might be looking here a half a year's time before we can re-release what we have already created on Terra, but on the new blockchain, which would be Ethereum. But in the meantime, we can do what we can do is we can offer the same things we have already created. So using the same mechanisms we've created for real estate and moving it or sort of adjusting it for digital assets, right? So as I mentioned, we want to do the same thing for digital assets, being able to fractionally own an NFT, a Bored Ape, or a metaverse plot, or think bigger again, a package of metaverse plots built in a central location where you can really expect the value to increase, or for whatever purpose you might want to use that space. So that is sort of what we're heading towards now, and we can finish that sooner. So that is, we're looking at August, late August, for that to be released and finished, and people should be able to use that side of our platform already and start fractionally owning things such as NFTs and metaverse plots, or any other sort of digital assets that they might be interested in. So we do have a TLand sort of our platform. We used to, or we still have our old one for real estate that we used to be called TLand. That is outdated now because we're moving to Ethereum, but we do have a demo version of our website, so that it's demo.tland.app. Sorry, you should be able to see it on screen. And if you want to have a look at it, that's sort of what we can expect our website to be looking at. Of course, it's still a work in progress. You can't actually buy metaverse plots there yet, for example, but it's something we are sort of working with the design right now, with the UI. Make sure you guys like it, make sure it's working the way it's meant to work. So yeah, have a look, have a see if you're enjoying it. That's sort of what we can expect coming August time. And yeah, otherwise, I invite you all guys to join the 1 million club private sale, which, with just the ownership of 1 million sub tokens, gains you access to a lot of amazing opportunities offered there. So yeah, thank you guys.